I don't normally do this, so bear with me. It's my first instructional video, so there's probably a more efficient way of doing this, but here's my way. So I like grid posts, meaning all of these come together for one bigger post. Instagram recently changed the portrait pixels from 1080 to 12 from 1080 by 1350 to 1012 by 1350. So if you already had grid posts, they're ruined and there's nothing you can do about it. So these are my more recent ones, and so I use Illustrator. I'm not sure. I'm sure you could. There's other programs to do it. So this is how I do it. I use Illustrator to do this. So let's just get started. This is saved. I'm going to jump over to Illustrator. So new file, and what you do is I have 9 artboards, 1012 by 1350. If it were 3 across or 6 across, it'd be the same, 1012 by 1350. Look at the settings here. 0 pixels in between the artboards, so no spacing in between the artboards. We're going to open, so here they are, 9 artboards. We're going to open the PNG I just saved. Drag this onto the artboard. Oh, Jesus, don't do that. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. So hold shift and drag to make sure you don't do any warping, that funky, awful stretched image thing that you see people do when they don't want to hire a graphic designer. All right. So, I mean, the original poster I made, the pixels for this were also 1012 by 1350 originally. So the original Photoshop file. If it doesn't fit perfectly, you might want to I don't know if it matters, sometimes it doesn't. You could just put like a border around, like a big black square to cover the spaces that aren't covered. That's happened to me before when I was first learning how to do this. But if it has to be perfect, then yeah, do this. The original one is 1012 by 1350 as well. So you save. Where the hell are we going? Where am I? What am I doing? Export for screens. And here are the artboards. 1 through 9, all. Okay, this looks good. Export artboards. Artboard 1, 2, yeah. No, yeah. Alright, so I didn't change the name from the last time I did this. Let's just go ahead and replace it, because who cares? It's saved in my downloads folder that is incredibly messy. So, it's saved. You have 9 PNGs, 1012 by 1350. We're going to do it again. We're going to open another file. This time, make it 1080 by 1350. Same deal, 9 artboards, 0 pixels in between. So you have another set of artboards here. I'm just going to close out these. Hold on. I don't even remember what that is. All right. So now we're going to open the 9 PNGs that we just saved. Alrighty, now the fun part. So, where are we? So this is the 1080 by 1350, the 9 artboards that we just made. We're going to drag all of these onto, these are the 1012 by 1350. You're going to drag them onto the 1080 by 1350. So this is the first one. Now we're going to kind of just puzzle these in there. So make sure they're perfectly aligned. You'll know that by these pink lines there that pop up. Notice that there's space on either side. The top and bottom's fine. It's the left and right side where they shaved off 34 pixels per side. So that's number 1. Let's just get that out of here to make life a little easier. Number 2. Make sure it's perfectly lined up, because that's what makes these things so cool, right? Alrighty, so there it is. As you can see, there's space in between these. It looks like it's three columns. But when you upload it to Instagram, you'll start from the bottom. The first post you'll do will be this bottom right, and you work your way across, and then you just keep going middle from bottom right to top left. This will be your last post. So you save this. Make sure everything looks okay. And it's replacing what I just made for 1012. You should be a little more organized than I am. Whatever, I make these all the time, so it will replace. Wonderful. So here's the folder where I had it. You can tell because I can see the white bars on the sides of the posts, which you didn't before. So once you have this saved, you can upload it. If you're on Instagram, you can upload it from the Mac to Instagram, obviously. But what I like to do, since I'm kind of a music guy, I like to add music to these posts. I like to put different little songs because that makes, that's kind of what I do. I like to put music on these posts, and you can't do that for some reason on Instagram from the Mac. You can't do that on the Mac. You have to do it from your phone. So if this is enough, if you don't need music, if you're a normal person and you're like, this is fine, then go ahead and upload it to Instagram, post by post. Another little trick is, I don't know if this matters to you, I like having a little division between my posts. So whatever, if you don't, so just these three plain black boxes. I just like separation, I don't want it to just mush into each other. If that doesn't matter, then just go ahead. Or whatever color you want, So before I post, I'll post three black plain boxes. I do that by screenshotting my notes and cropping the top and bottom for a plain black square on my phone. That's the easiest, fastest, more efficient way for me. Not very complicated. So since I want to add music, I'll email this. I email this to my phone. I email this to myself and post it from my phone because on the phone you're allowed to post music. Oh boy. Okay. I should do that soon. Can you please mind your damn business? All right. I know who it is. Okay. So, emailed the 9 PNGs to myself, and I've saved the images to my camera roll. And I will now upload the 9 images to Instagram and add whatever music I'd like to each post. It makes life a little easier to keep the window open so I can look at the 9 different images. It might be a little overwhelming trying to piece all this together, and if you post the wrong artboard, it's not the end of the world. You just have to delete it and start over, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. So once again, you start from the bottom right, and work your way over to the left. So this will be your first post. Add whatever it is that you want to do on Instagram. This is my favorite singer, and we are in New York, and add my music and whatever hashtags. Save all of that to your notes because I'll be putting the same info for all of these, and I don't want to type that out. So you post it, and you move on to this one. This will be the next one you post. Same deal. Whatever info you want. If you want to add some music, once again, you have to do it from your phone. Post it. This will be your next image. This will be your next image, and so on and so on. And so this is your last image. And it helps to keep this open because as you post on my phone, I don't know about yours, then I have a copy of it for some reason. And that should be it. I'll show you the results in a sec. So let's just switch over, and here it is. And if this were a phone, each post I put a different song. I wouldn't be able to play them anyway because the overlords would hit you with a copyright strike or something along those lines. So there it is, until they change it up again with their I don't know what the point of that was, but so yeah, if you want to make these types of posts, your image has to be, these are all 1012 by 1350. These are not 1080. Once you click on it, this is 1080. This is 1080, and you see the bars here. You see what I mean here. I don't know if that matters to you. But, so this would be 1080 by 1350, but from the profile view, it's 1012 by 1350. And that's how you can make a grid post until they change it again. And I hope that helps. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and yeah, how about you give me a follow or something? This is me, Serge Gonzalo. That's my face. And yeah, hit me up in the DMs, you know? Take care.